Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day
Thursday?
is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! Grab a cold one. It's Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
Oh, what a lovely sound it is. It is Brewsday Tuesday, pumpkin edition. And we're drinking pumpkin beers, Nate, because 'tis the season, is it not?
I mean, the season I think starts in end of
Sometime in
July now.
Yeah, is it? Did it start in July? It was September.
It was early
wasn't it?
August
Early
when the wife's like, yeah, they got the pumpkin spice latte back. And I was like, yeah, you're not allowed to have that till October.
I remember seeing, I don't know, in some news story or whatever that Starbucks started doing the pumpkin spice, and I guess that's when it's on like Donkey Kong. But I guess it's different. Pumpkin spice versus pumpkin beer. I think pumpkin actually maybe it is about the same time. The pumpkin beers have been out for a little while, but it's funny you compare it with the spice because that's kind of this round. It is the pumpkin spice Milky Way is what I just popped from Trophy Brewing Company out of Raleigh. Trophy obviously makes some great beers. This is a salted caramel sweet stout with vanilla and spices coming in at 5.5%. So not too shabby. We'll give this a whirl. I think it sounds like it could be quite tasty.
So I've got the Fat Orange Cat pumpkin spice latte, oatmeal stout with pumpkin spice and coffee. And they very much so, those of you watching on the video can see, they very much so like made the can label look like the Starbucks cup. Like it's even got like a drawing of the cardboard sleeve with the cat jack-o'-lantern on it. But I've been checking this. There's not a single word misspelled on here. So not fully embracing and misspelling something so you'll take a picture of it and make fun of them. Which is, by the way,
Where does it say that was made? I'm curious.
Give me just a second.
If we remember what we've learned about Orange Cat,
This was brewed and canned.
12%.
12%. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. North Haven, Connecticut.
12%, baby. One of the quite the best, I would say.
Up there's the. I didn't see
Contract
the 12%
brewers.
logo.
Yeah, it's got to be in there
It's down there
somewhere.
on the bottom right.
Fat Orange Cat is one of their babies. So yes, that is, and it also means that that's going to be a great beer. I mean, not to toot horns for them because I didn't do anything. I just went there and my mind was blown. But if you're ever in Connecticut, it's worth a pilgrimage for sure.
I'm so
You
excited.
taking in the
this time of
notes?
year.
Is yours smelly and as nice as mine? This really
It
does.
smells like I poured myself a delicious cup of coffee right now.
I'm pretty sure this is my first pumpkin beer of the season.
Mine too.
And again, I wanted to do this show. I wanted to wait till October to do it, but I did want to do it early October because the pumpkin beers, they're definitely out and abundance. And if you don't get them now, they're all going to be gone by the end of October. Once Halloween rolls around, you're not going to be able to
That's true.
buy pumpkin beers unless it's the bottom of the barrel and they got some left over. And then really, you shouldn't even buy it on Halloween. You wait till after Halloween and then you get them on discount. I don't know if it's quite that quick of a turn. It's not quite like candy, I don't think. It might be till, like you said, because you can even kind of stretch pumpkin beers into November because it's still kind of that, the fall time.
What I've noticed lately with the big box retailers is if you go the day of Halloween, you can usually get the candy pretty well marked down because they're already starting and planning to clear it out for Christmas. One of them already
That's a nice hack.
So you go day of Halloween, it's not going to be as picked over.
Well,
you are sacrificing some savings though, because it doesn't go all the way down to 75%.
Yeah,
like
at that point it's 50, and of course you got to imagine by then all the really good Halloween will have already been kind of picked over, I would imagine. But yeah, that is one of the things, man. Go on the day after, and it's the day after Halloween and the day after Valentine's Day. Are there any other holidays like that? I wish like St. Patty's Day you could get beer discounted the day after or something,
I don't know. It's one of those. My dad always made the joke, we should celebrate Christmas the day after. You go get everything cheap. So Christmas does it too, but
Well, Christmas
in
will do it.
regards to candy and Christmas beer, that kind of gets like a quieter, like,
That's true. I forget about Christmas candy, but
Hey,
also Christmas
'cause
decorations.
I like the Reese's trees. That's
Those
the
are
trick. If
clutch.
any like novelty Reese's is their best version, and I don't know if it's like I've still not tried a Reese's Big Cup because I just wait till like the pumpkins and the bats and the trees start coming out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, a Reese's egg. What else do they do? The trees. They do a
Love the
pumpkin.
egg.
I'll eat any of them, but I don't know if I would say it's better than a regular Reese's.
I think
The
so.
ratio on a regular Reese's is tried and true. There's maybe a hair too much peanut butter on those thicker ones for me, for my taste.
See, I think they're perfect. The other one I've gotten into lately. Have you had a Reese's Take 5 bar?
Mm. I do love a Take 5 bar. I don't know if I've had the Reese's. Is it in place of the caramel or is it in addition to?
It's in place. So they use the
Mm.
peanut butter instead of but you get the pretzel and
Okay.
oh,
Well, I've had I've
so
had a
good.
pretzel Reese's, I'm pretty sure. So it's probably similar.
Yeah, Take 5's pretzels are better though.
You're probably right.
It's the surface area of the salt. Because when you get the pretzel Reese's, it's all like crunched up on the inside.
Which is fantastic. I do love it.
It's all good. I'm going to be honest with you.
It is all good. So are you excited to have this will be Lackland, the little ones, first Halloween. Have y'all sorted costumes yet?
No, because we are so genius with our scheduling. October ends up so busy with our wedding anniversary and then
Oh yeah.
Evie's birthday. So we usually like after the birthday, we'll forgo the anniversary and kind of focus on the kids for Halloween, and then we usually try and do something a little later on to celebrate our
Well,
anniversary.
obviously Lackland's too small to tell you what he wants. So do you already know he's going to get a hand-me-down costume from one of the other ones or something?
I don't. So we had the opportunity with Harper and Evie's first Halloweens. You know, by the point it hit, well, not their first Halloweens. We picked their costumes. That's right. Thinking back on it, I don't remember. I know one of them had a costume. It was like some like witch doctor, and then Evie was just a skeleton. Her first, because I mean she was like 2 weeks old. We've had some time with Lachlan though. This will be his first Halloween, and he's 9 months old. So I don't know what we do here. Yeah, we gotta get on that.
Yeah,
Damn,
I'm sure it'll come. You got time. You got time.
because hand-me-down costume won't work.
Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, you'll come up with something. There's where there's a will, there's a way. And I know you guys you like your Halloween. So
He really likes. He has a collection of superhero onesies, and he
mm,
really seems drawn to the Thor one. He wears that a lot, like anytime, because we give them options. You start that early, they're theoretically not going to have problems making decisions later in life. But we always hold up like two outfits at him and kind of like let him grab whichever one he wants. And 9 times out of 10, he goes for the Thor.
so you're thinking baby Thor?
I'm thinking baby Thor.
You could get him like a rattle that's the size
Yeah.
of the hammer.
Mjolnir.
That could work good. That'd be nice. And
Or-
y'all go around and you do the trick or treating, right?
We do.
Nice.
And it's fantastic because where we live, like nobody has kids over there, but the houses still always get candy because that's what you do. You're ready for it. You don't want to be that neighbor who's stingy. So like we make out like bandits. We have candy from Halloween that will consistently last all of us until, Christmas rolls around.
See, that's impossible for me. If I have that much, it could even be 3 full pillowcases full of candy, and and if it's around the house, it would just be gone by Thanksgiving because I can't do it.
Our trick has been to remember that it is the children's candy, but
So you
also
feel
put
like
it in
you're-
a place
you're
where they
stealing
can't
Mm.
regularly access it. So it rations out. We get like everyone gets a piece of candy or two a night, and it'll last.
1 or 2 a night. Oh wow, the willpower on you.
It's an effort.
Now, one of the best parts about, and I guess we shouldn't do too much Halloween. I guess we'll still have a Halloween show perhaps later. But the best part is dumping of the candy, and you trade because you have different taste buds with your siblings. Is that the case? Does Harper and Evie have quite different taste buds, or do they both just kind of like whatever? And
Evie seems to like chocolate more. Like Harper goes for like one of his favorites is the Twizzlers.
Yeah.
The exception of the rule is if there are dum dums involved, Evie will want to like hoard all of them. She really likes chocolate and dum dums. Harper kind of is more into like the
Chewy.
sweeter, yeah, candy. But they don't really haven't been in a situation where they trade. It kind of just communally gets pulled in one place because there's so much and better for sharing.
Yeah, that's good. So where are you on pumpkin beers? I mean, obviously we're gonna drink some of the pumpkin guys, and these are more. I mean, I grabbed these. These ones I've never had before. The next round are staples, but it'll be this year's staples.
I was thinking about it, kind of when we were talking about it being a pumpkin show, and I feel like my first like visceral reaction to it is usually like, eh. But every time we have pumpkin beers, like I do enjoy them. I think it's that like mentality that it's just been so beaten over our heads, the pumpkin and everything that frustrates me. Because I mean, yeah, this one so far is just phenomenal
Yeah, I'm not a big.
when it's seasonally
Yeah,
appropriate.
I had the same sort of thought when it came up. It's like, okay, well, you feel like it feels obligatory to do a pumpkin show. It's this time of year. There's always the pumpkin beers, and some are way better than others. That's the thing, and then maybe that's why the show's usually pretty good. Obviously, I was rolling the dice with these ones, having never had them, but the other two, I mean, I just know they're good. But at the same time, across the board, a show's worth of pumpkin beers,
It's enough for
four
the year.
is the most for sure. Like I could never drink a whole 6-pack of any pumpkin beer in one sitting. I don't think.
It's just like eating turkey. We really only kind of do it Thanksgiving.
But
It's never been like, man, it's the middle of June. I really want some damn turkey.
yeah, let's get a bird and throw that bad boy in the oven for a few hours. Now I'm with the pumpkin beers, but maybe it is one of those things because it is my favorite time of year. Fall is great. I love football. I love when the weather is like this, where it's still kind of maybe, not too bad during the day, not scorching hot, but it can still be nice during the day and then it cools off at night. To me, that's the perfect weather. And I guess this beer does just kind of, invoke those feelings of this time of year. Just like when you drink something that's like, oh, this tastes like Christmas.
This one, it's pretty front forward on the coffee though, so I don't know how you're gonna feel about it.
Well, it is what it is. It's a fat orange cat, and I figured it's a pumpkin beer, so it's worth trying. So, what do you think? Go ahead and untap that bad boy.
It's delicious. It's really kind of crisp. Like there's a lot of effervescence there, which was at first a little bit off-putting, but it's an oatmeal stout with pumpkin spice and coffee. So you're usually going to capture me on that. I'll label phenomenal execution. I'll go 4.25. 4.25.
4.25 of a Nate score translate to 3.25 in most people's scores.
Trust
Maybe
me,
3.5.
it's me trying to gauge myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, the pumpkin spice Milky Way, the salted caramel sweet stout from Trophy Brewing Company. Again, stouts aren't my thing. Pumpkin beers aren't my thing. This one, I'm doing it, but I would not grab another can of this. I can tell you that right now, especially when it's only 5.5%. Usually when I'm going for a pumpkin beer, I want it to have a little bit more of a kick, if you will. But it's as advertised, so I can't dog it score-wise on Untapped that hard, which, by the way, that's how we like to rate our beers. On the Untapped scale, 0.25 up to 5. It's a free beer app. You can download it. It comes pretty handy and dandy if you're a craft beer lover. DreZ Drinks is my handle. Big Nate Danger sitting across from me. If you want to friend us on there, we'll happily accept it. And you can see what we're drinking and what we're thinking. This one, I'm just going to give it I'll give it a 3.75. It's a beer that I would not probably and won't ever drink again. Not to say it's bad. It is as advertised, like
Just
I said,
not
true
gonna
to
be your
style,
daily drinker.
just not the kind of style that I'm going for. All right, well, that's a first round of beer. Again, we're going to move to more tried and true pumpkin beers. And before we do that, though, we feel like also obligatory. I wore the shirt for this such occasion. Going to play some Smashing Pumpkins. Then we're going to be smashing some more pumpkin beers. It's Brewsday Tuesday right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.